Hello folks and welcome to the channel or welcome back. And in this episode we going to fix the quick release system on the steering wheel. The quick release system on the steering wheel allows you to remove the steering wheel very quickly and then put it back in place if necessary. It is extremely useful in cases of an emergency. As you can see, the cockpits are very narrow. I have barely place to move. I have the bars on my left and right. My knees and my legs are all the way under to the front, and there's a small opening between the steering wheel and the seat. So that is why it's so important that to facilitate the exit of this car in case of an emergency, we have as much space as possible. So if we can remove the steering wheel, we can toss it away and then get out. So as you can see, the steering wheel is already fairly small, but this one, we have a bit of play on it. Both back and front and left and right. And that is a play on the spline on the quick release system and on the spline itself connected to the steering rod. So that will have to be fixed. So if I take the steering wheel off, you can actually see the spline right here. And the spline is kind of worn out over all the time. The spline actually grabs into a part inside the quick release part, and then the steering wheel is actually bolted onto that. So we will have to remove this spline here, and for that we'll have to remove the shaft. We need to cut it off and then weld a new one in. Let me show you how tight that space really is where your legs go. Now I know I have not my racing shoes on, but you can see this space right here is very narrow. Now you can imagine if you have this arrangement with the steering wheel on, that would be really bad to get in and out. So let me put that on and you actually can see it. Right, so now we have the steering wheel on. Now getting out, that's tough. Now remember, you should be able to get out in about 5 seconds. But you see, this is tough, you can't really do it. Now, if you take the steering wheel off, you have a lot more space to get out. So in general, a 5-second emergency escape time is what the going rule is. In other words, you have to be able to get out of the vehicle in 5 seconds, and that is not a lot of time. So you unlock your quick release harness, you toss away the steering wheel, and then you get out of the car as fast as you can. Now you could have fireproof underwear, which you should have, and fireproof coveralls. That's going to buy you a little bit of extra time. But between 0 and 5 seconds, you will be able to get out of the car in case of a fire with almost minimal burdens. You might have a few. But if you're in the car between 5 to 10 seconds, then your racing suit will deteriorate real quick, and that is not a good thing. So you must be able to get out quick. You will end up with already some serious burns, maybe second-degree burns. If it's between 10 and 20 seconds, that's about the end of your racing suit, of your protection. And then you're going to have some serious burns. Anything more than 20 seconds, that's really bad. So we have all the interest to make sure that we have a good working quick release steering wheel, not only to evacuate the car in case of an emergency, but also to make sure that the steering is solid and working properly while you're racing with the car, because you do not want to have an issue with your steering wheel coming off the rod and have it in your hands and have lost complete steering. We've seen what happened with Senna when his steering rod broke. And we've seen other horror pictures and videos of burning race cars. So really, you want to protect yourself with all possible means to avoid this. So now let's get on and try to fix that steering rod. This is our new quick release for the steering wheel. On the front, we're going to connect our steering wheel. Remember that this is keyed, so the spline is keyed. Let me take this out. And here we have the spline, as you can see. So that's where the spline is, and in the front, right here, we have like an index. So that is to make sure that the quick release is always going on in the same direction onto the shaft. This part right here will have to be welded onto the steering rod. when you put the steering wheel on, you want to make sure that the steering wheel is straight, right? And that's why the index is important. So if you're going to weld this up to the steering rod, make sure you have this right. So in my case, I know that I want to have my quick release system positioned like this once my wheels are in the straightforward condition, so I can actually mount my steering wheel on it. So I'm going to start by removing that shaft, and it's hard to show you where it's connected, and it depends from car to car anyway. So I'm going to try to get it out, and then we'll have a closer look on that, and then we start welding up that new spline onto that rod, if it fits. Now you can see how much play we had. So this is the part that is welded onto the shaft here, and this is the part we need to remove and then replace it with this part, and hopefully that's going to fit just fine. When you buy those new splines, they come in different diameters for the part that goes inside your steering column or your steering rod. This one is a 3/4, so as you can see, that's going to fit just fine on the other side. What I will have to do though is on this side, I will have to grind all these welds off and then probably drill them out and then put the new spline in the same kind of direction. And I have to make sure that my index is right. So here we have the index, right? And I have an index on this one. So I want to make sure that all that is straight. But that's before we start welding. We'll have to trial fit it. So the first thing I'm going to do now is trying to get this old part out. We have a couple of options. I can actually try to find a new tube of the same dimensions, which turned out to be really a problem because I couldn't find it. I went to about 3 stores. I could also reuse this one because, as you could see, this part fits nicely in it. Of course, it shouldn't be on this side. It should be on the other side. So what I most likely will do is to remove the old spine right here by cutting it off right here and then drilling it out to the right dimensions so I can stick the new one in and then weld it up by drilling some holes on the side. This is how this was mounted actually. They had holes on the side that they then filled up with welding. I could use my grinder, but I'd rather use the hacksaw. And now we're going to drill out that center hole to the right dimensions, and for that we will be using the lathe. I'm going to drill it out with 18 millimeters, and then I might have to adjust it a bit more so it is a flush fit. Our pipe is about ready, but now I will have to take a little bit off this side here so it fits in really snug. So I'm going to put a piece of aluminum around the spline so when I put it in the chuck, it's not getting damaged. And then we can, take probably about 2/10 or maybe 3/10 of a millimeter off the top part that goes inside the tube. So the spline fits now inside the tube. So now I'm going to drill about 3 holes so I can weld it up. All right, so I got 3 holes drilled. So now we're going to make them a little bit bigger, and then we are able to weld it up. I cleaned up the tube a bit, and we have the holes in it. So that's going to go on like this. We will weld up these holes and a little bit on the edge, and that should be it. But right now I need to go back to the car and make sure everything is aligned so I can put the proper marks on the actual spline and actually on the tube so I know exactly where it's supposed to be welded. I installed the extension tube on the steering rod. That's the one that we drilled out. I also mounted the steering wheel on the new quick release temporarily. And here is our spindle, or our spline I should say, which I'm just going to put in. And of course this is now loose, so I have to find the proper position so the steering wheel is absolutely straight. Now the car is straight with the wheels. I rolled it back and forward, making sure that it's pointing in the right direction. So I'm going to put the spline first onto the steering wheel. That might be easier to work. I know the steering is already in the right position because I haven't touched that. And now all I need to do is really making sure that the steering wheel is straight. And that looks all right. I'm going to mark through one of the holes with a yellow marker the position. And that way I will know exactly how I have to weld it up. That's all there is to it. Now if you can see that little dot there, and that hole, that needs to line up. Come on. And all I need to do now is align the holes. There we go. I also have a piece of aluminum in the front on the spline, so it doesn't get any damage by the possible welding. I'm just going to make sure it lines up properly, and it's like this, so we should be good. And I'm just going to spot weld it right on the side first. So it's all welded up, degreased, so now we're going to give it a bit of matte black paint. So we welded the spline onto the shaft. All I need to do now is put the rubber up, and then we can go and install it. And hopefully this is now going to be all right. A few gentle knocks to get the bolt through. So let's see if we can get the steering wheel on now, and we should be all done. That's it. And that feels good. There's no more play on the steering wheel as such. So, and it feels like the car is still in a straight line, so everything still lines up where I placed it. The last thing is now to check if it's far enough inwards or outwards, because I moved it a little bit forward because I'm a fairly short guy. So let's see if I get in what it does. Of course I should put my coveralls on and my racing shoes, because with these boots it's tough to get in, but it works. All right, let's get the steering wheel. All right. So I think if I lay down this far, that will be good. Yep, that's going to be good. All right, so the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to change out the steering wheel. So this is only in temporarily until I have the new one. It didn't arrive yet, but the new one actually is only up to here. So the top part is kind of flat, so or gone basically, so I can actually see the gauges much better while I'm driving, because before that it was hard to see. So folks, we've come to the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did, and as you have seen, fitting a new spline for the quick release for your steering wheel isn't all that difficult. It's just a little bit of measuring, making sure you get the right sizes. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.